The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James. And the opponent, from Miami, Florida, weighing 260 pounds, The Rock.
You're not going to get him with that one. And it's been reversed.
Looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere. Boy, I don't know what Mickie James' problem is, but this girl is goofy as a pet coon, no doubt about it.
That's a little harsh, JR. I prefer to think of her as feisty.
I know what you'd prefer, King, but the simple fact of the matter is that this show...
That submission is locked in, JR, and this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King, and even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on you.
I can't believe he countered that one.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
You're just gonna throw out your backs if you keep at it.
Don't quit on my account. I love watching this.
Here it comes, King, the most electrifying move in sports entertainment.
Here it is, the people's elbow. I've got to admit it, I'm electrified, JR. You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is the subject which you happen to be something of an authority.
So long, ref! Sweet dreams!
It's going to be a while before the referee gets up from that. I think this crowd...
He's going for it, JR! He's going for it!
And he got it! Modified DDT straight to the ground head first! What an impact!
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves.
That's the quickest way to lose a match, is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think he's making it clear that he refuses to be intimidated. What a reversal.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
Well, you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself. Well, if it's all the same to you, King.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
He's hooking the arms. Could it be?
It is! A modified DDT! You don't see a lot of superstars get up from that one, JR. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe, Raw, I respect the effort, but there's no way this is going to happen.
Hit the gym! Come back after a few months of weight training. He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
Oh my! Now that's what you call a compromising position.
That's enough to make you rethink your entire career, JR.
This capacity crowd is...
Can you feel the electricity in the air, JR?
I sure can. It's the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. The people's elbow. I tell you, King, he's feeding his opponent a meal of knuckle sandwiches without the JR's barbecue.
And that's something you lose your appetite for pretty quickly.
He's got his opponent cornered in the turnbuckle. And look at those closed fist blows.
There's no finesse here, JR. He's just trying to beat his opponent into unconsciousness.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line.
Watch what you say, JR. I won't stand here and let you talk about the woman I love like that.
There's no doubt that Mickie James is an outstanding competitor, but she's got a head full of bad wiring or something. Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
Here's your winner and the new champion, The Rock.